Hello, and welcome to Happy Catastrophe. I'm Candace, or Sister Minbao, either one you'd like to call me. And I'm here to do another flip through of a new book I just purchased, Mermaids in Wonderland. Several of you have these, Mermaids in Wonderland, Fairies in Wonderland, I think is the other one. And I have been wanting to get this one. I found it on Amazon, but I got it used. And this is the one that I mentioned in the Peter Pan video that I purchased from Anto Books, A-N-T-O, Anto Books, out of Washington, the state of Washington in the USA. And they sent me like new for like $9. And when I got it, it had 10 colored pages that had been ripped out. So it was missing. You could just see the jagged colored edges, and 5 that had been left in that had been colored in. I was so mad. That should not have even been sold, let alone sold as like new. So they got a pretty scathing review for me on Amazon. I would hope that nobody else is buying from them because I'm worried what kind of quality of book you'd get. So I went back online because I didn't even want them to try to refund it or return it. I just returned and refunded. I didn't want a replacement. And I've got this one, and it has this beautiful, look at this cover. I love this embossed coppery look to it. This is, I did buy used from another bookseller on Amazon, Bellwether Books. Bellwether Books. And I got it for $3.99. And it is new. It's brand new. I was really shocked. So let's go through this. This is Mermaids in Wonderland by Marcos Chin. Marcos has a few of these different types, and they're all on really nice paper. Now, this is a little thicker paper than the Peter Pan one that I just reviewed, but it's still, be careful with water mediums. And it's a little bit of everything. It's an interesting book. At first, I wasn't sure I cared for it, and now I think I really like it because I'm an undersea colorer. I love anything that's in the ocean, and so I really wanted to get this one. So this is like the Welcome to Mermaids in Wonderland. I want to make this like a neon sign, like an electric eel with a neon sign. I think that'd be fun. And then there's coloring pages, but there's also this search and find thing. So these keys are in every picture, and you find there's a collection of pictures, and in those collection of pictures there will be 5 keys with letters. Not in every picture. Some pictures have 2, some pictures have none, and then you get to a point to where you solve the riddle by taking the 5 letters and arranging them into the answer to the riddle. It's interesting, and it's not such a bad search and coloring book with hidden objects, because the hidden objects are keys and kind of go along with the story, so it's kind of nice. So basically you're coloring and you're finding gifts. Now, the reason I wasn't sure this book was for me was because of so much white space. But I'm having fun with distress inks and stencils now doing backgrounds. And I thought that, look at all these great mermaids sleeping. And I thought that maybe that I could practice all that in here and I could have a lot of fun. Because there's so many backgrounds, and it's not like, this is a fun book, a beautiful book, but it's not like it's a precious book, you know. I feel like I can take chances in this book. I love this mermaid. I noticed her from the first flip through. So see, there's a little bit of everything. I haven't seen a key yet, have you? But see, in this picture, there's a key here. I thought there was 2 in this one, but I guess just 1. And these are like spoopy looking corals or something. Oh, there's another key. Yeah, so there's 2 keys in this one. And the clues and the hint and everything, it's all very easy. I think like one of the words is fins and another is swim. I mean, it's easy stuff. Here's a W. But look at this, a bejeweled octopus. Yes, please give this to me every day. I would have so much fun with this page. And I haven't broken the spine on this one yet. I will do a better job of breaking the spine when I go to color, but so I'm just holding it open for you. It's got a pretty tough spine. I think it's glue bound. No, it looks like it might be stitched. Look at this. Oh, just so much fun. And then something like this, excuse me, a little dusty in this corner of the cabin. Something like this, I would either test mediums or say I was going to test mediums, but honestly, I just go in. I'd probably sacrifice these pages to be able to use alcohol marker on these pages, except this one's so detailed, I probably wouldn't use alcohol marker. Now, this is one I really like. Isn't this great? It's like these Chinese women at the beauty parlor. They've got the blow dryer and, oh my gosh, so many fun things. The curling, ancient curling iron, a mirror. And the beautician is whatever this creature is. Oh, it's a squid, octopus. It's another octopus with another key. Oh, this one really calls to me. If you have this book and you want to do a buddy with me, let me know. Be happy to do one with you. Look at this. This reminds me of Cinderella's carriage. So beautiful. And then here is the first game, Float Like a, and it has the clues here. You take the keys you've collected and you make the answer. So just something cute. And then we start over with more keys and another game. Look at this one. For some reason, I love mermaids hanging onto birds. I just think it's a neat concept. But these mermaids all have wings in this section. So look at these. Beautiful. You could do so many things in this book with so many of your water-based mediums and acrylics. Look at that. Kites. Made to look like sea creatures. I love it. They're like synchronized swimmers, and they're flying fish. This I thought was so neat. And there's another key. See, the keys are not so obnoxious that you couldn't color around them or color them in. I'm just going to color them in so I can play the game. I want to know what the answers are. She's hanging on to a manta ray. Beautiful, just beautiful. This is another one that really called to me to have fun with the background. But look at these balloons. They're riding in water, so they're riding in containers of water, like tubs and shell, so that they could stay wet. But they're flying through the air on these hot air balloons. How fun! This one is beautiful. I love those dolphins. And see, this much doodly I can handle. I'm not compelled to color in every one of these. I'll probably color it some sort of gradient, but I'm not going to spend time coloring each one of these scales, I don't think. Or, each one of these things. But it's not everywhere. Here's the riddle for the previous 4 keys, and then we start a new set of pictures with new keys. I think this is beautiful. Again, the mermaids are all performing. It's like a ballet here today. Mermaid ballet. This one, I love this Lady of Leisure. Isn't she beautiful? She's very stately and riding this seahorse side saddle with her gorgeous hat. I just think this is a beautiful picture. And when I first was intimidated by all this background, I'm now kind of excited about it. I'm going to play with some things. I love these. Now, these two are very doodly and busy. And again, though, I wouldn't feel like compelled to have to color in every little item. Although it would be gorgeous if you took gel pens and glitter gel pens in maybe a limited palette and went to town on this. You could make it look almost metal, I think, both of these. They're gorgeous. Look at this one. Now she's out walking her pets. That's just beautiful. Marcos has a great style, and I love it. It's whimsical enough without being childlike. It's still adult coloring. Sometimes some artists, I find the faces are just too childlike, and I'm just not into it. But this Still feels like adult coloring, but yet it's got the whimsy that makes me smile. And I love his style of mermaids. I normally don't like pages like this. I just don't do them, but I don't know, something about these fish and all going in one direction. It might be fun. Very strange fish. Aha. Hey, 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 hey. If you watch Finding Nemo. Look at the star. I just see a lot of these done as if they were metal. And here's the third or fourth riddle we've come on for the previous keys. Now we're going into the deep sea. And again, we're using this magic ring that she's wearing to light our way into the deep sea. And we're going to find 6 keys to the next riddle. Deep sea is my favorite. I feel like you have the most, I mean, you can color anything, any color you want, but I feel like deep sea, you have all kinds. It's like space. We don't, the colors are somewhat unknown, and you could color anything you like. And the creatures are fantastical and very different. Look at this sea star. It's very weird. There's a typical crab. He's got a key. New book. Even though I bought it used, it's a brand new book and the pages are sticking together. Look at this sea. Now, they're at the top of the sea here, but they've got like a Chinese dragon puppet. How clever is that? Maybe that's what Loch Ness Monster is. It's a puppet held up by sea creatures, sea people. I love this one. I love anything with these with lily pads like this, and then the worlds underneath the lily pads. Absolutely love it. Would have a lot of fun coming up with ideas for this one. This cool fish. It's a lionfish, it looks like. It's beautiful, and he has 2 keys. You could also make him into a prehistoric type glowing fish, almost like an anglerfish. There's a key here. These are those, I used to know what these little fish were called. They live in these round, spongy, anemone type things. It's on the tip of my tongue. I love this. A coral scene. You can just really go to town with your colors if you want. And then mixing it up with stuff like this. I mean, this is so clever. It's like ancient Far Eastern armor, maybe? Love it. He brings in different nationalities and different cultures and ethnicities into his mermaids, which I think is fun. I love this one. The fish are even having tea. I imagine these guys as British. They're having a very highbrow, eloquent tea. This is high tea. Jellies. I never get tired of coloring jellies. It seems like every time I color a jelly, I get done and I'm like, oh, I wanted to do that this way, a different way. I need to find another jelly and try a different method. We're at 76 pages so far, too. There's a lot of pages in this. Use the mirror to put scary creatures to sleep as you look for the next 6 keys. Don't you just love this mermaid? She looks like she could be Caribbean with this hat, with this. Oh, it's an eel. It's an eel on her head. I love it. And an eel around her. I'd want to make her Caribbean colors, island colors. Oh, this is beautiful. She's getting painted on by squids. Squids are using their ink to henna her arms. Isn't that clever? And this one's playing a harp. On guard. They're fencing with swordfish. So many options for their clothing too. I mean, all their clothing are different. Here's some flamenco dancers. Here's Spanish mermaids. Cinderella mermaid. She's got her glass slipper. Or the Little Mermaid. See what I mean by lots of double pages here, but so much fun. And if you didn't feel like, I think that's glued actually. If you feel, no, I can't tell. I'd have to tear it up a little bit. Elaborate headdress. Look, there's a sea slug. It's a sea. Oh, there's lots of them on here. She's wearing sea slugs. Now those, I was a diver for a long time. Those are all different colors, like every color you can imagine. So you could make this very colorful. She's got herself a conch shell, it looks like. And more sea stars and sea slugs. The elaborateness of the clothing, like you could do so much with the clothing. Now, I was trying to figure out what this one, I guess she's drawing on the anglerfish and using his antenna as a light, because she's holding a pen. So I think she's drawing the designs on him, not poking his eye out. That's kind of what I was hoping for. Look at that. These are deep sea type fish, right? Bony, scary looking fish. And here is the riddle, and this one had 6 keys, so there was a lot of keys to collect for this one. And then we get to the end, and this is your magic quill pen that you use to get through the maze. There's a maze at the end of all of these this series by Marcos Chin. Come back soon. So he has several. He has Fairies in Wonderland. And it says that he has been an artist for a lot of, here's his website. He has been an artist for a lot of different venues. And I'm just thrilled to be finding more books by real people coloring them, real artists. Here's his other book, Fairies in Wonderland. I believe I have that one coming. That one was harder for me to get. But and here's the back. Look at that, that shine. Isn't that beautiful? So there's the ISBN. If you're interested, I got this, like I said, I got this on Amazon for $4, and it's new. From Bellwether Books was the third-party seller that I bought it from. It says it was sold in Walmart for $11. The list price is $16, so I got a pretty good deal on that. So good luck in finding it if you're interested in it. If you'd like to do a buddy color, let me know. Thank you. Have a great day.